We're going to work with our cPanel accounts. This is where you have your web hosting on the internet. We have a reseller account. This is the front page of our account, and it has lots of resources for you. So if you go to mccdgym.net, you can simply click on cPanel, and that will take you into it. And then you're going to put in your username, which should be the same as your login for Canvas for your username. I just have created one named student as a generic web and programming student. You can get your password from the same page this video is on in your Canvas courses. I'm not adding it here because it changes each semester and from class to class. This lets us into our web server, and this should be roughly what you see. You should change your password, and it's probably going to force you to do that. Or you can manually go down to the Preferences section, choose Password and Security, and you can put in your new password. So one way or the other, you should change your password there. It does not connect to Canvas or any of your OnSchool accounts. It's on a completely different server. You may use the same password if you'd like. You'll have to create it, or you can pick a different one. Keep track of it, but if you have a problem, contact your instructor or the tutors for our classes, because the tutors can go in and change the password on these. Once you've gotten into your server, we'll be doing most of our work inside the file manager. For every class that we teach, what we're going to want you to do is work almost completely in the public HTML area. You won't be using any of the others. Public HTML is where you can create your file folders, your file structures, and upload all files. For every class, each project that you do should have its own folder. When you're first getting started, you may only have one file in that folder, in which case that file would be named index.html. There's a strong chance that over a year, you might be taking more than one web or programming class that will use the server. So what we want you to do to start with is create a folder for the class you're currently in. I'm going to create a couple of them. So I'm going to have a web, and I want everything lowercase here, no spaces, web 105 folder. And I'm also going to create a web 115 folder and a web 175 folder and a PRG 147 folder. There are a couple of other classes that also use the server for like PHP and that, but these are the primary classes that use our web server. And you want a different folder for each class. When you get started on a project for the class, each project will get its own folder as well. So you can either come to here and create a folder, or you can create it on your own computer and upload it. So make sure that you've got this set up, and inside whichever class you're working in, you'll create folders for your first project. So go ahead and create a first project folder now, just as practice. And so I'm creating a project 1 folder. And inside my project 1 folder, I'm going to create a new file. And it's going to be index.html. Index is a special file name. This is the place that a web server will take you by default when you enter it. We can do basic editing in cPanel. I tend to discourage this. It's better for you to work on your computer and then upload. But here, just to prove that you have everything set up, we're going to put in your name. So you'll have your first and last name here, and this is a visual editor considered to be a what you see is what you get, or WYSIWYG. And then I'm going to save it. Actually, I'm going to look at the source first. See, it puts in all the source for us. So this is the HTML. We were working in the what you see is what you get format. And then the important thing will be to find the link to that. So when I go back to my file manager, here, I'm in my PRG 147 Project 1. But how are you going to find this? Because you're going to hand in this link on the internet. And it doesn't matter which class you're in here. It should be in your class folder in Project 1 and in index.html. But you have to find a way to hand in that link. So your link will be whatever your Canvas username is, .mccdgm.net. And that will take you up here where you see all of the folders I just created. And I was working in the PRG 147 project sample, but it could be any folder that you created for your class, and it should take me to my index page, and this is the link that you're going to want. So you'll copy this, though I do recommend that you bookmark your page here so that you can go back to this top level page and just call it student or your name website. And that'll save it so you can come back here, and this will let you get into your class and navigate to find your link. Then you'll take that link that you copied and hand it in online to prove that you were able to get into and set up your cPanel account, and all you have to do is create that first file with your name on it. This is going to be the same first exercise for all of the web classes, just to prove that you have access.